everybody, welcome back for another memory keeping plan with me. This is for the week of March 20th through the 26th, and not a whole lot went on this week, so I decided to go ahead and use a good anytime kit. So this is the Parks and Recreation kit from Simply a Mess Sticker Shop. I don't think this one was available in a larger format, or if it was, I just didn't order like the extra pages. So I've just got 4 pages here, kind of a base kit. And then I've also got the silver quotes from Parks and Rec from Simply a Mess. So I'm going to basically use those as full box overlays because they're quotes from the show. I did start a rewatch of the whole series this week. I don't remember if that was like already the plan or if I decided to do that because I knew I was going to be using this kit. Either way, I did watch a lot of Parks and Recreation this week, and other than that, not a lot went on. I finally got my wedding thank you notes in the mail, so that was good. And I got my phone switched over to my husband's plan because my plan at work ended suddenly, so not a whole lot going on. Just a lot of work. Oh, a lot of rain too. It was really rainy this week. I really love that bottom washi with the quotes from the show. I think it's really funny. So I used all of the full boxes. I pretty much used everything from this kit because it was only a 4-page kit. I had a few things left over here and there, especially icons. But for the most part, I was just like, let's just use everything in the kit. I don't think I'm going to have a lot of leftovers here. So I didn't watch Parks and Recreation until 2020 for obvious reasons. We were all stuck in our houses. So I did not know how much I was going to enjoy this show. Our roommate at the time had brought up that Nathan was reminding her of Ben because he was doing like a stop motion thing, not with claymation, but with like some action figures. That's what he was doing with some of his free time. And so then we were like, oh, maybe we should finally watch that show. And then we started watching it and just loved it. Because if you don't know, I used to work at a newspaper. I used to be the city reporter. So I went to a lot of town meetings. And then my husband works in city planning. So there you go. We find a lot of the humor very relevant to both of our careers. I put the Hello Spring sticker from the Once More with Love holiday sheet over in the sidebar. Like I mentioned, not a lot going on this week. I was still kind of getting back in the swing of things after being sick, so I didn't do any habit trackers, so I just took up a whole big box to mark that spring began this week, and then did my regular dinners sidebar, and then we called it a day with the sidebar. Just made it more decorative this week. I really don't know what to talk about because not a lot went on this week. Yeah, I went back to working in person because I was definitely COVID-free at this point. I was the previous week too, but I just was being kind of extra careful, and like I didn't want one half of the week to be in person for my classes and the other half to be online. That just gets really confusing really quickly when you're doing those transitions back and forth. So I just kept the week before all online, and then this week we went back to in person because I could come back to campus, and then the week after this was actually our spring break, so then I didn't go to work the next week. Caught up on life stuff, caught up on a little bit of grading. And then I pulled in these date dots that I had left over from a kit. I have so many date dots left over from kits. It's actually kind of nice because then sometimes with some kits, I don't have date dots. So I pulled these in. I'm pretty sure these were from a paper focus kit from like years and years and years ago. So I just keep a stash of them, and then I can finally use them on weeks like these. I'm looking at my planner, had a lot of anxiety this week. I'm not really sure why, especially on the weekend. I don't remember what I was anxious about on the weekend, but I think part of it was just like feeling like I always have a lot of work to do, but I can't do it just yet because I want to take a break. I don't know. That's kind of where I'm at right now. We're almost at the end of the semester by the time I'm filming this Plan With Me, so I've still got lots of work to do, but at the same time, like I'm taking this weekend fully off because I pushed through this last week and actually did my work. Not that I don't work normally, but sometimes I don't get as much work done as I would want, especially with grading. So like yesterday, I really pushed through even though I had to take my cat to the vet. So I'm like, I get to do what I want this weekend. I'm gonna take a break. And as it is, I always have like life admin stuff to take care of anyway, right? Like I need to book a few hotels for some events we've got coming up. I need to like unpack some of our wedding gifts still because we just got a bar cart, which you'll hear about in a few weeks whenever I get to that plan with me. But I need to like unpack all our wine glasses, and we got some champagne flutes that I might unpack into the bar cart or I might not. So I've always got something on my to-do list. There's always something. There wasn't a ton of deco with this kit, and some of it was kind of large, like the mouse rat poster, so it was a little tricky to fit it at the top, especially with the date covers, but I think I made it work. And then there's like these little confetti dots that come with the kit, so I just filled in the blank space with all of those. And then I'm going to eventually pull in all of the quotes from Parks and Recreation and put those on the full boxes. So on the sidebar, I put in "I regret nothing," the end over the top box, and then "I love you and I like you" over the Leslie box. Ovaries before Broveries went on Monday. There has never been a sadness that cannot be cured by breakfast food went on Tuesday, of course. You had me at Meet Tornado. There is my cat. She crashed the plan with me while I was doing this part. You had me at Meet Tornado, of course, went over Ron Swanson. This cat, look at this silly cat. And then one of my favorite quotes from Parks and Recreation, "Never half-ass two things, whole-ass one thing," went on Thursday. I try to live my life that way. I try not to take on too many different things, and I try to really focus in and do one thing really well instead of trying to do a million things not very well. So I live by that quote lately. And then Bye Bye Little Sebastian, of course, goes over the horse on Friday. And then I have no idea what I'm doing, but I know I'm doing it really, really well. Goes over Andy's cast on Saturday. And then Calculator, of course, had to go over Sunday with Ben and the pie. And there's the cat again. I had fed her at this point, I'm pretty sure. So she was just being a butt. Look at this little kitty. So fluffy. Yeah. She doesn't like it when I'm either like talking to my computer like I'm doing right now, but right now is like her nap time, so she's asleep. Or she really doesn't like it when I plan, because how dare I pay attention to a planner and a bunch of stickers instead of her? So, she really respects my time. So I'm just figuring out all of the quotes and such. Again, those are in silver foil, and I'm pretty sure they're still in her shop, so you could pick these up as well if you're a Parks and Recreation fan. I had a lot of these left over, so not sure when I'm going to use them, but I could just use them any week, really. They don't necessarily have to be for a Parks and Recreation week. All right, so now we can finally get into the day by day. So I marked a lot of things without labels just because I didn't have enough labels to go around. But on Monday, I marked that it rained with a Molly from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. And then I had a bill due, so I marked that with a bill due sticker from the kit. And then I did test negative for COVID this day. I tested myself several days in a row just to make sure that I wasn't spreading stuff anymore. So I did test negative. So I didn't have the issue where like you keep testing positive after 10 days. So that was good because I did really need to go back to work at this point. So I have a Molly Gets Vaccinated sticker from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. And then I somehow graded so many essays this day. I think it's just I was feeling a lot better, and I had kind of taken the weekend off. I remember I did a few papers over the weekend, but for the most part, like I took the weekend off. So did a ton of grading this day. So I just used the computer icon from the kit to mark that, because I really needed to start wrapping up this one unit for my students because they were going to turn in their next paper. Then I marked with a $ icon from the kit that I ordered some t-shirts from a fundraiser for the falcons. There are peregrine falcons that live on top of Sather Tower, which is at UC Berkeley, which is where I went to school. And they sold these really cute t-shirts because there were new chicks that were born. And it's like the peregrine falcon, like baby carrying one of its babies, like in a like human, what do they call that? I hear people refer to it as a baby carrier, but like I don't have kids, so I don't really know what anything's called. But yeah, it was just funny. So I got us a couple of t-shirts. And then I tried to get my phone line transferred over to my husband's account this day, but Verizon just was not picking up the phone even though they were supposed to be open. So that was really frustrating. So that was a fail. So I just used a phone icon from the kit, and then I marked that it was wine time because I was done. So there were these clinking glasses in the kit that I used. And then this was the night that I restarted watching all of Parks and Recreation. So I have this Parks and Recreation script left over from a sheet of stickers that I bought from Spork City. It was just kind of like the header on the sheet of full box stickers. So I cut it out and I used it because where else am I going to find this exact script from the show? Tuesday, it was also raining. So yeah, we got I think the rain for this storm started on the Sunday prior, which was really lucky for us because, like I mentioned, we went out to the beach and took photos on the Saturday before this week that you're seeing. So we had 4 full days of rain after that very stormy early spring. And then I marked with a star that my husband went to the office to work. And then I tested myself again before I went to work, and I was negative again. And then I went and taught all of my classes. So I have a teacher, Molly, from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. And then during my office hour after my classes, I was grading a bunch of reading responses. So I just used a book from the kit, even though I don't even assign a book for my freshman students anymore. I've figured out how to do everything with digital resources, but these essays originally came from a book at some point. Then I played with the cat, so I have a Molly Loves Playing with Her Mouse from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. and a Play with Evie custom script from Carly Plans. And then I continued watching Parks and Rec. Specifically, I wrote in this night that I was watching season 2. I think I watched all of season 1 in one night. It's fine. So anyway, I used a TV icon from the kit, and then there was a thunderstorm this evening. So I have a Molly thunderstorm sticker from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. Wednesday, more rain because, thunderstorm, still running in the rain. So I marked that, and then I marked with the heart icon from the kit that my husband also went up to the office this day. And then I voiced over the second half of my wedding plan with me, I think. So I used the movie clapper icon from the kit. Lots of good icons in this kit, very practical. Very much things that you would use each week, I feel like, especially if you're a planner. You know what's funny though? I feel like a lot of people don't put a planner icon in their kits if they do include icons, and I feel like that's one you need if you use stickers. But I digress. Then I did a bunch more grading, so I have a marking munchkin from What's More with Love, and then I was kind of anxious in a grumpy way this day, so I just have a grumpy cat icon, and then I have a anxious script from Carly Plans, and then I watched more Parks and Recreation, so I have this television stand icon from Cinderella Paper. This is such a chill plan with me. I can just kind of relax and not talk 40 miles a minute. Thursday, for some reason, I woke up at 4:30. I think I was anxious about going to work. I do this a lot on Thursdays lately where I'm just I am stressed out about going to work. And so naturally, the most helpful thing in that scenario is to wake up way earlier than you need to be so that you're super tired and really can't handle the situation that you're anxious about. It's great. Anyway, so I have a Molly tired sticker from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. And then I went to work and taught my classes. So I have another teacher, Molly. And then this must have been peer review day because I graded a bunch of essays. And usually if I grade a bunch of essays the same day that I have classes, it means that they had peer review and they were supposed to be working with each other. So anyway, did that. And then we did finally get the Verizon transfer completed this day. So basically, long story short, the last couple years I've been on a phone plan at work. It's been nicely discounted and all of that. And I guess they just decided, either Verizon decided or my school decided that it wasn't cost effective for one or both of them. So they canceled it this year. So since my husband already has a Verizon plan, we were just able to transfer the line over there. But it was more complicated than it needed to be just because technically I was on a government contract. So you couldn't just do it online. You had to get somebody on the phone, and it took a while to get that accomplished. But once we did, it's all good now. So anyway, I have a phone call icon from Cinderella Paper. Gonna be paying more for my phone service now. Yay. Oh well. It's good while it lasted to have a discount, I guess. And you can apply for a discount as a teacher, but you have to be the primary account holder, and I was just joining my husband's plan, so whatever. It's more trouble than it's worth. Maybe one day we'll like open a new account. I don't know. Or maybe we'll leave Verizon. I have no idea. We got takeout this night, so we got Chipotle. So I have a takeout icon from Cinderella Paper. And then we watched The Mandalorian, and I remembered to use one of my Baby Yoda stickers or my Grogu stickers from Fox and Cactus for watching Mandalorian, because that's the only character I'm watching Mandalorian for at this point. I'm just going to be honest, that's just my personal preference. And then we watched more Parks and Recreation this night. Friday, we got news, or my husband got news, that a different one of his cousins had passed away. I briefly touched on this when I was talking about the funeral we went to in early February. This was the younger brother of that cousin who died. It was very sad. So I marked that with a rest in peace Munchkin from Once More with Love. It was very sudden, totally unexpected. So very out of the blue and very sad. I had only met this person once before, but this was someone my husband grew up with. So then I was grading at home, so I have a Once More with Love Munchkin for that, and then I did manage to get to the post office to mail out all of our wedding thank you notes that had been done for like almost a month at this point. But then we got sick, and so I didn't send them out. So I have a send thank you notes script from Once More with Love from the wedding sheet. I also had to go and pick up my Cinderella paper order at the post office because most of the time they'll deliver it to my box, but for some reason this time they wouldn't. And then I go to the post office to pick it up, and I'm like, can you, what was the issue? Like, was it customs? Because it does come from Indonesia. Was it that it wasn't addressed? Like, I don't know what the issue was, because most of the time they can deliver it, and they couldn't explain it to me. So I was like, okay, whatever. Then I came home and I had my Cinderella paper order, I had my Passion Planner order, and I don't remember what else I had, but like I had another order as well. So I unboxed everything. It's fun when everything shows up on the same day when you didn't even intend for it. I try not to do a lot of online shopping. But it's kind of fun when everything shows up. So anyway, those boxes are from Scribble Prints Co. And then Tanya from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. shared some sad news about Molly, wishing Molly all the best with her vet care. And then we had a date night. So we went to a place that serves a lot of good beers, but also lots of great food over there. So I have the date night script from the kit, and then a beer icon from Oh Hello Co. And then we watched more Parks and Recreation. Saturday, I did laundry, super exciting. And then I filmed my honeymoon plan with me and part of a haul. So I have this heart play button icon from Carly Plans. And then I did a bunch of sticker organization because presumably I got a bunch of orders in the day before. So I have that sticker sheet icon that's from Bella Planella. And then we finally finished Lord of the Rings Two Towers this evening because we had started it like 2 weeks prior, but then that was when we were starting to get sick, so we went to bed early. And so my husband wanted to finish it this night, so we did that. And then I was feeling anxious. I don't remember why. On the weekends, I often get really anxious because like I feel like I'm squandering my free time when I should just be relaxing, but whatever. Anyway, so I have a Molly Has Anxiety sticker from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. and an anxious script from Carly Plans. Sunday, I cleaned my wedding ring and my engagement ring, so I have a Molly Loves Her Ring sticker from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. And then I used the rings script in silver from the Scribble Prints Co. wedding sheet because didn't need it anymore for anything else. So I thought I was really clever here. I used the clean script from the kit and then the rings sticker from Scribble Prints Co. So clever. Then I voiced over my honeymoon plan with me. So I have a podcast icon from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. And then I was pulling stickers for the next week's plan with me after the honeymoon. So I have another sticker sheet sticker from Bella Planella. I did a bunch of squats and push-ups because I was feeling anxious and I'm like, I haven't moved a whole lot the last few weeks. Then I was anxious again. My husband made homemade donuts this day. So I have this really old icon from the Novel Coffee, who I'm pretty sure does not sell stickers anymore. We still like follow each other on Instagram and Facebook and everything. But yeah, I don't think she sells stickers anymore. So yeah, the homemade donuts were really good. And then I marked that it was wine time with a Fox and Cactus girl. And then we were watching lots of episodes of the 10-minute Power Hour on YouTube. I wanted to just use up the skinny pieces of washi in this kit, so I went back and pulled up a couple of icons and used the little pieces of washi as really skinny labels just because I didn't know how I was going to put these in my leftovers collection. So that's what I'm doing here. And then in a moment, you're going to see everything filled in and complete. There we go. There is the completed week. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I love Parks and Recreation. It's definitely my comfort show. It's a very funny show. I think it's really cleverly done. And I just love that this kit exists because it's very unique and not like all the other kits out there. So thank you so much for watching and hearing about my quiet week, and I hope you have a good week. Bye.